Hey y'all, CrissyO here from CrissyO's Clucky Chronicles YouTube channel and CrissyOShow.com. Today, I thought I would do just a few things. Number one, I want to show y'all how we make our homemade sweet peach tea. Yeah, we make peach tea. A little bit different than what you guys are probably used to, but this is the way, only way I know how to make it, because this is the way my granny made it. So, there you go. We're going to do homemade sweet peach tea, and we're going to be talking about turkeys, the baby turkeys. We're going to go out, we're going to check on some of the other floofs, see how they're doing, answer a couple of questions y'all have sent in, and we're just going to make it a flock-tastic day. You guys are flock stars. I heart y'all great big. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for joining us. Let's get to some peach sweet tea. Alright, sorry you guys are getting it at this stage, but this is what we have, okay? Oh my gosh, you steamed up on me. We have 3 diced up peeled peaches and 1 cup of sugar. It's actually raw sugar. So you can use raw sugar, you can use granulated sugar. If you want to change the sugar substitute, yes, you can use honey if you have dietary restrictions or whatever. Ooh, y'all keep like getting all funky here on me. There we go, a little bit better. All you're going to do is cook this down until your peaches are soft. And we want all those juices to cook down in the saucepan. I've added no water because peaches have their own water in it. And you want to get as much of this yummy peach syrup as possible. You want to make sure that you're getting all that yummy juice in there, that syrup, and that's what's going to help make the base of your peach tea. Got it? Alright, so you got your peaches peeled, your peaches diced, save your pits and plant them for later. And you got your cup of whatever kind of sweet sugar or whatever kind of sugar substitute or anything you want to use. If you don't want to use a sugar substitute, then you can just cook the peaches down and just have the regular peach flavor if you don't want all the extra sweetness. Here you go. Now, we got to get ready to make the tea, y'all. Now, you can use any kind of tea you want to. Green tea, white tea, whatever kind of tea. Whatever you think tea you like that's going to go good with your peaches. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to take tea, this kind of tea. We make ours really strong. Now, remember I told you I didn't add any water to it to begin with, right? Tea bags, we're going to go ahead, we're going to add in the water, and we're going to steep the tea in the water, and we're going to stir, 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 and mix, mix, mix all this all together. Okay, so we add our water to the peaches, and we're going to get it back to a rolling boil. Alright, a rolling boil. Now all I'm doing is mixing the peach juice with, you know, everything that we've just cooked down into the water. This is going to infuse better in those tea bags. Why, I don't know. It's because Granny said so, and since Granny is partaking of glory at present, it ain't like we can ask her. Okay, now I'm steeping about 8 of the tea bags that I showed you earlier. That's all we're doing. We're bringing everything to a rolling boil. I use the little chip clip on the side because I don't want that thing to slip down in there and get those papers into my tea. And then I can pick it up and I can dunk it, dunk it, dunk it. This peach tea is going to have a beautiful peachy color along with a little bit of that tea color as well. So it's going to be a really interesting, cute color. And you can drink this hot or you can drink this cold. We're going to drink it cold and make sure it's got the right amount of sugar to it or sweetness to it, whatever you want to do. Now, my granny always throwed about 3 little tablets of that saccharin in there. I don't have saccharin, so we're not going to use that. If we need to do any extra sweet to it, we're just going to throw in some honey until we get it to the sweetness and the consistency that we want. Oh, look at that. You're fogging up again, y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alrighty, so now we have our trusty handy dandy strainer in there. We've got the ice in the bottom because we're going to do cold tea, and I've filled it up. It's not halfway. It's a little under halfway, but anyway, you can put as much ice in as you need. We're just letting the tea here that we've steeped and got the tea bags out. Now we're just letting it just cool off as cool as we can naturally. Then we're going to pour this tea into our ice. Then we're going to do a taste test, catch all that yummy peaches up at the top, because I don't want chunks in my tea. Some people do, I don't. And see how it goes. Alright, y'all, we have it full. The ice is melted in it. It's cooled off quite a bit. I'm going to stick it in the fridge. I've already done a couple of spoon taste tests. And with the kiddos, we give them each a spoon. Let them check it out and see if it needs any extra honey, sugar, sweetener, whatever it is. And they said it was absolutely flocktastic. So there you go. Some good old summer sweet peach tea. Now, put this lid on. We're going to get this in the refrigerator, and then we're going to tell you what we're going to do with the leftovers. Okay, so now we're left with our cooked soft peaches. So we're going to do a couple of ideas. Alright, here's some ideas for you. You can make those little tea biscuits and add the peaches to it. You can do, since there's not that many of them in here, because they do cook down quite a bit, you can make peach biscuits. That's a thing. We've done that before, peach biscuits. You can also reserve them and save them and put them in your pancakes and make peach pancakes, peach waffles. There are so many different things and ways that you can do to reuse these peaches. There's nothing wrong with them. Even if it's got a little bit of a tea flavor to it. I know y'all have heard of tea cakes before. Tea cakes is just something you eat when you're drinking tea. But it's a little biscuit, little cake, you know, that kind of little thing. So you can make anything you want to with it. Anything you want to with it. Reserve it. I freeze it generally. I will freeze it, put it in a little tiny freezer bag, put it in my freezer, and leave it for another day when I need to thaw them out and use it for something else. You can also add it to small little peach tarts, peach cobblers, whatever you can think of that you can make with peaches, you can do with your leftover reserved peaches. Don't throw nothing away now. Make a place and a plan for it, okay? Now, they're too sweet, so I'm not going to feed these back to my little birds because of the fact it's too sweet, and I don't want them. They're fat enough. I don't need them to be too fat. But that's the idea behind your leftovers and what you do. Be thinking about something else you can use them for, and don't just chunk them out. Don't discard them. Reuse what you got. You know, they're cooked. They're perfectly fine. I ain't decided what I'm going to do with these yet, but now I've thrown you out some ideas, and now we know. Alright, y'all, we're going to do some more cooking before we go check on the fluffy fluffs. So we're going to make some what we call Salisbury steak bites. They're basically little round balls. We call them bites. You can also make patties and do Salisbury steak patties. Let me tell you what I got in the bowl so far. I got a pound of ground beef. Now write it down. Pound of ground beef. So about a half a cup of oats. You can use breadcrumbs if you want to. Oats or breadcrumbs, it's fine. Uncooked oats. 1 big egg. I've got 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire sauce, whatever you want to call it. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I've got a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. We are going to use our handy dandy gloves. We're going to squash all this up, mix it with our gloved hands. We're going to roll them into balls, and we're going to put them in here. Then we're going to talk about making the gravy. Alright y'all, here's some quick gravy. Write this down. You got 2 tablespoons of butter. We've got our 2 cups of beef broth, low sodium if you want to do that. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. It's already melted and everything in there. Salt, pepper to taste, and some Worcestershire sauce, about a tablespoon or so. Now, if you want to do onions, garlic, whatever, you can stir fry those, even mushrooms, and you can put that in there. My folks ain't gonna eat all that, so I have to cook for picky folks. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna let this boil, and we're gonna whip this thing around and get all that flour and the butter and all that stuff together, and it's gonna get thick. Gonna make a thick old gravy. We're gonna take that and we're gonna pour that all on top of these wonderful little Salisbury steak bites right here. Then we're going to cover this whole thing. We're going to put this in the oven on 350 degrees, and we're going to cook it about 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't know your oven. You know your oven until it's as done as you like. You can do it where it's cooked all the way through, well done, medium well, pink. I don't know what you like, so you cook it to your taste, and we'll just go on from there. How about that? Either make your pasta, which I do have some frozen pasta dough in my freezer, but I'm too busy and too tired to roll some stuff out and do all that stuff that I want to do, so I'm just going to use a box of bow tie pasta. We're going to do it to the instructions, like what it tells you to do on the instruction box. Going to boil it, and that's what we're going to have with our Salisbury steak bites, because it's going to be good with that gravy and all that stuff. So just prepare your noodles. I don't care what kind of noodles you make, just whatever you like. Alright, then we're going to roll on. There you go, all cooked, all done, and they've eaten the majority of it. There's just a few of pieces left. I said, hey, let me show these folks what it looks like before y'all finish it off with the bow tie pasta and the gravy. Anyway, it's wonderful. You'll enjoy it. So I gotta make you some. Okay. These are bacon and eggs. These are not bacon and eggs, it's their names. Bacon and eggs. These are my turkey babies. Who knows what in the world they're gonna be? We'll know when they're full grown. But this is this one's very nosy. This is bacon. Bacon's very nosy. So we got bacon and eggs. They look like they're gonna be white palms, but I don't know yet. We'll have to see. You never know. But they are the neediest, silliest little babies I have had. They're more needy than my ducks, to be honest with you, because when we leave the room, they scream. I mean scream when we're close by them or we're holding them, and we do hold them a lot. That's my fault for spoiling them and holding them. I don't know what I'm going to do when they get about 20 pounds or so. I ain't going to be holding a great big old fat turkey outside, and they ain't coming back in. So once we raise them up, get them fully feathered and fully fledged out to where they can go into a little coop and see everybody else and get used to everybody else, we'll start introducing them to the big yard. They're going to hang out with my chickens in the big yard. They're going to hang out and have their own little coop space and their own little pen. They're going to be able to free range and do whatever it is that these bacon and eggs wants to do. They're extremely spoiled little fluff brats right now. Very needy, which is fine. They just take a lot of time out of my day, having to hold them and do whatever. Bacon goes to sleep pretty fast when you pick him up and hold him. He loves his noggin to be rubbed. Eggs is a little bit different. Eggs just as wide open. Let's terrorize the dogs just as wide open. But anyway, let's go check on the other fluff brats. Okay, so we're outside and I'm having a woo moment. Big old snake. Bad snake. It was a bad one. Eating my duck eggs. My ducks are in a panic mode. Thank God we saw it. And it's been taken care of. So just know if you have a flock and you have animals, it's going to happen. I'm terrified of snakes, by the way. I'm so terrified of snakes that I have really bad panic attack phobias from it. Doesn't matter if it's a green snake, what size it is. I literally panic and have such a very extremely hard time with it that I would probably get gobbled up by a snake. I know that's highly unlikely, but I would have such a terrible time. But anyway, I got to get myself together, and we're going to walk around a little bit until I get myself together and then go check on my babies again. Whoo, okay. Calm down, girl. It's going to be okay. Alright, so now that I've calmed down a little bit, and it's starting to thunder, imagine that. Anyway, they're going to act crazy behind me. It's just that time of night. But the big duck pen back there in the back, you know, it's been raining and doing all kinds of nasty stuff, so we can't really move things, you know, in storms and rain. And we've had enough storms and rain that's happened to us over the last month of June. It's been kind of tough. But anyway, can y'all like not do that while I'm talking to these folks? They're very crazy. So we're going to move our ducks back to their original pen, but the pen, instead of being in the very back, is now going to move up to the very front, closer to the house, so I can keep an eye on my baby ducks. As far as making sure that the girls back here, my ducky girls, get along with Tracy and Vicky. Tracy, they know is a boy. Imagine that. They're like teenage girls fighting over like the jock in the high school of Quack. So Vicky is not a fan because Vicky is like prom queen, and she does not want any of these 4 ducky girls vying for her man. It be like that sometimes, you know. And it's like that in real life with some people and these young girls now and teenagers. But it's also like that with these ducks. So it's thundering again. I might need to move my honey parts inside. It is what it is though. Girls, I am so sorry that you guys were completely terrified by that snake. I had no idea that it was so big and it had gotten in there and eaten your eggies. That's just absolutely awful, and I'm just so sorry to hear that. Would you like to get in the pool? No? Okay. Well, look, they're all going to go back there and get the big pen for you, and we're going to move you so you're safer. Voila, here we go. So we've moved their old duck pen that was in the back there where we had so much problem with snakes. Now it's moved closer to the front. So we're actually, when they free range, we're going to open up all the areas so they can just kind of do their thing and move around. They're all talking back there behind me, so don't pay that no mind. It kind of is what it is. And Colby's going to go in there and he's going to be snipping the little zippy tie things that we have. He's going to be snipping those off. We're going to save the tarp, and we're going to tarp one side of the roof, so we have that one side fixed. We have half of the roof done on this because it is for the ducks, so there is a shaded area up there that you can see, which if you saw any of my previous videos, you saw us put it together, and you saw us put the tarps and all that stuff on it. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so it's getting extremely dark, and we've moved the pen. See, we moved it, I just showed you. Anyway, so we have their stuff in there now. We've got their 3 watering buckets, their feeder bucket is back there in the back. The dog house is there. The big cabinet that we turned into a nesting box before that they loved, and they like to sit on top of it too, is back with some fresh straw. They have their scratch grains, and they also have their food, so they can eat to their little heart's content, and these two are just digging in the mud. Now, are they the best of friends? No. Can they get along? Yes. Are they going to have to get along? Of course they are. They're going to have to be good boys and girls and good babies. Now, the tarp that's laying over here, it's too late tonight. We can't do a whole lot about that. That tarp will go on the roof on this side, I think is what we decided on. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to let them alone and let them be snake free for tonight. We've put out a bunch of repellent and a bunch of stuff to keep the snakes away. I absolutely have gotten eaten up. And sometimes I just wonder if this like DEET spray and this other sprays and stuff that we use, if it's any good at all. It's just kind of crazy. So they've got food that they can snacky on. I'm getting ready to go get them some mealworms so they can enjoy the mealworms. I also have their watering bucket, but I'm not going to get that in there tonight. They have enough for right now. So all their buckets are full. They can drink, they can do whatever they want to their little heart's content and eat. And it's just going to be easier on me and everybody else because now my ducks are in the front of the pen and I don't have to worry about them getting in a bind or a mess. As you can see over here, we've done some more moving around and some changing. The big jumpoline or trampoline, as my kids used to call it, that is now taken down and gone. We don't need that anymore, so we're clearing the space out because we need that space to be clear. We're gonna put some more seed down, chick mix seed and all that stuff. And the storms apparently are going around us. It is nighttime. The birds are going to be ready to go to bed soon, and everybody's pinching each other because they're like, hey, don't bother us over here, la-di-da-di-da-di-day, la-di-da-di-da. So we're going to let them work it out tonight and just do the best we absolutely can with what we've got. That's how you have to work it. I mean, it literally is how you have to work it. You know your flock. I don't know your flock, but I know my flock, and I know what their capabilities are. And it looks like the automatic door has shut Bobby out, and he's pacing back and forth because he's got a smooth brain and he missed it. So let me go let him back in. So now that snake drama is over, and I don't got to deal with snake drama anymore for tonight. We're still getting a lot of things moved, a lot of things clean. We have, oh, by the way, let me remind you guys. Ooh, sorry, got to wipe my face here. Let me remind y'all. So if you go to CrissyOShow.com, my website, you'll scroll down, you'll see that I have affiliate links for Bissell. I have affiliate links for, sorry if I'm waving. I'm not waving at y'all bye right yet. It's these daggone bugs. Anyway, click on Tractor Supply, affiliate link of mine. You'll get to get a discount of sorts. I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head because I'm just too sweaty and hot and tired. But anyway, you can click on the Tractor Supply link, the Jim's Worm Farm link, for worms, mealworms, all that stuff. You can also click on the True Leaf link, Grub Terra, all those links. Those are my affiliate links. Click on them, get you guys some wonderful discounts and stuff. I'm getting absolutely eat up in here. So anyway, with that being said, I heart y'all great big. If you can't be good at it. God, bye.